Well, here on page 42 in example 3, we're asked to analyze graphs. And basically what we're going to do is we're just going to describe what we're seeing in the graph, what it's representing, maybe a little bit of maybe what we might say what it means. So on this graph over here on the left, when we're talking about driving to school, we see that the vertical axis or the y-axis is giving us a measure of distance, how far this car has traveled. I suppose if it's driving to school, it's talking about a car, not a bus. And on the horizontal axis or the x-axis, it's measured in time. So if we're thinking about the distance over time, well, it's really telling us how fast we're going, what our speed is. And so let's see what we see here. So we see here from the very beginning, this right here at the origin, there's the origin where the x and the y-axis meet. We see that we've got we start off pretty quickly. We have a pretty rapid acceleration. And then right here, it looks like it slows, almost coming, well, I believe it's coming to a stop even. Maybe we hit a red light. And then we have another period from this point to here, another period where we are accelerating, but not nearly as fast as what we started off. And then we got another period here that looks like we've stopped. And then we have a third period where we're, again, traveling a little faster than the second one, but not as fast as where we started off, where we had pretty rapid acceleration there in the beginning. And there you go. That's a description of what we're seeing. Just, of course, I've spoken it, but if you were to write it down, you'd write it just like that. Now, on this second graph, on our vertical axis, our y-axis, we've got income, how much money is being made. And again, in the horizontal axis or the x-axis, it's time. And so this is giving us a measure of maybe a snapshot of somebody's income, what their earnings are over time. And so again, here we see on this from the origin to this point here, we've got an acceleration, and then we got a little period right here where we have an even faster acceleration. May have gotten a raise or something, a pretty good raise. And then we come in from here to here. Those 2 points between this point and that point, our income is increasing at a pretty good pace. And then we got a period here where it slows down from this point right here, where it looks like the income is staying the same for some measure of time. And we don't have any measure of this time. It's just time. We don't know if that's in days or months or weeks or even years. And then we have another period, this last section here, where the income is increasing pretty rapidly and steadily over time. So again, all you're doing here when you're analyzing these graphs, given the information that we have, which is just what the x and y axis are and what that trend line is doing, we just write down what we see and describe it, analyzing graphs.